Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is the Novelty Corner and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to talk to you about how I'm reorganising my bingo board from hell bingo board, because it is not staying the same, because I am in a completely different place now to where I was at the start of the year. You guys are pretty used to this by now. Every year I get to mid-year and I'm like, and nope, we're changing all of this because it has to work for me, and at the moment it's not working for me as well as I would like to, and there are just some things I know I'm not going to get to. And rather than set myself up for failure, I want to set myself up for success and to feel like I've accomplished something this year. The bingo board from hell was created by Win from Literary Diversions. You get to create your own prompts. You can use hers, but I create my own based on the things that I know that I do in my reading. And for the most part, it's staying the same. There's really only 2 squares that I'm changing. I haven't upped anything in the quantities yet. I may do that in the next half of the year, we'll see, because the other thing that I can also do is just try and double some of these squares if I need to. Yeah, I thought I'd run through what the updated bingo board looks like, talk a little bit about my reasoning and move on. The first square, which is to read 80% of my 2026 physical TBR, is going to stay the same. I have been sitting above 80% for most of the year and I want to keep it there. Like, I don't want that to drop. That's working for me at the moment, because if I end the year with less than 20% of my physical TBR from this year to read next year, I'm going to be a very, very happy person. There is the Complete 12 series challenge, which I currently have 1 more series left to read on here. I do have a list of other series that I can tack on. I don't know if I'm actually going to create, like once I finish it, I don't know if I'm going to create a different list, because I feel like I've been reasonably successful. Like, there's one series where I know there's a 3rd book coming out later in the year that I didn't know about at the start of the year. So that will go back on the list and I'll read that hopefully before the end of the year. Everything else, whether I've decided to DNF a series or I've finished reading a series, like, I'm pretty happy with my progress. So I guess we'll see how we go with this one. That's a decision for me to make probably next month if I get through the last series. I've got my Read 20 nonfiction books square. I'm tracking really well with that. I should hopefully hit it in the next couple of months, but if anything like last year, it'll still take me to the end of the year to do like the last 2 books. I did have the challenge to do 2 library visits and vlogs, and while I still want to go to the library and do all of that sort of stuff, I haven't been able to get there. I don't want to put pressure on myself for videos at the moment, so basically anything that was a video square is gone. So I have actually swapped this out to read 70% of my owned audiobooks. So I have audiobooks across Audible and BookFunnel and Libro FM and a couple of other places, and I have them tracked, and I'm trying to get to at least 70% of those read. I did originally say I was going to put this at 50%, but I actually hit 50%, or very close to 50%, while I've been on leave. So I'm upping that a little bit because I just want to, be intentional and read what it is that I'm acquiring. Because a number of these I got for free during various events online, and then there are things that I also get with my credits that I just haven't come back to. So we're going to try and do that. I'm keeping my read 100% of my pre-2026 physical TBR. That's just a constant ongoing progress. I think I'm over 50% now, which is excellent. I'm keeping my read 75 junior fiction, middle fiction or young adult titles. That's just something that I do because I read a lot in that space and it's good to stay current. I need to make a bit more progress on my read 6 anthologies. I should get another one done this month because I've got quite a few queer anthologies, but I am keeping it. I'm keeping my reread 10 favourites from the last 10 years. Some of them are series, some of them are single titles. I'm just slowly chipping away at it as I go. And I know I said I was going to do the Psi Trinity wrap-ups, but I'm really not going to do them this year. I don't feel compelled to go back and read a number of those books. Not because I don't like them, but they take a lot of time because I make a lot of notes as I'm reading, and I don't have the capacity at the moment. So I've switched this to making sure that by the end of this year, I've read 90% of the ARCs or review copy titles that come into me, because there's always a couple that end up carrying over into the new year. But I want to try and keep that number as minimal as possible, like with my physical TBR. Like, it makes sense to me to work on keeping those numbers as low as possible moving into the new year than doing anything else at the moment. So that is my update for the bingo board from hell. In the comments, I'd love to know, how are your reading goals going? Are you reevaluating them at the middle of the year? Feel free to chat to me about it down below. I'm curious to know, what do you think will be the next square that I hit? Because the only one that I've managed to complete is to keep my 2026 TBR at 80% read. So I'm curious to know which one you think I will reach next. I know I haven't given you an update yet. You'll get another update on where the bingo board from hell is at the end of this month, because I'm doing them quarterly. Otherwise, if you just want to let me know that you're here but you don't leave a comment, feel free to leave your favorite current emoji to let me know that you're here. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.